Hello everybody and welcome to the Diane Writes Sprint lobby today. I'm going to be in and out and away from the mic off and on because I'm doing a bunch of things in the background. I'm still doing a bunch of novel release preparation stuff. Today it's a lot of promo stuff that I'm doing, so I have to be kind of doing stuff where I'm entering passwords and things like that. So I'm not gonna it's stuff that I really can't show on screen much, so you're not gonna see my face today. I may do a showcase later if I get time. I have to get a bunch of stuff done, and I've also got I'm in my grubbies. I've got a bunch of boxes around me. Yeah, it's we're having fun. So yeah, I'm going to say hi to everybody because I am really glad to see you. Hello, James, first in the chat as always. Then Eli, hello, good to see you. I'm sorry you had to go for a walk, and I would like to know why it is that you are having trouble editing Guardian without hyperventilating. That is concerning. I am worried about you. Hello, Right Idea, good to see you. Hello, Games. Alright, I see your showcase, James, and you said save it for Sunday. Thank you, I will, because I'm today. Hello, Masadis. Good to see you, Misa. The Kingdom of Misa is here. Hello, Kahuna. Thank you very much for the raid. Aloha, everybody. Hello, Siobhan. Hey, Jim. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in my stream before, it says, so welcome. It's nice to see you. Hello, Gwen. Hello, Daz. Hello, AG. Good to see you. AG and I are in similar kinds of chaos at the moment, so life is fun. Hello, Rowan. Hello, Fantasine. Hello, Amelie. Ça va aujourd'hui? Okay, so tell me about your plot idea there, Author Goddess. Oh, okay. Ah, you have like a YouTube link. Okay, I'll have to look at that off screen, but I will do that. Do me a favor and send that to me in a Discord message there, Author Goddess, and I'll have a look and I'll tell you whether I think it's crap. I'm sure it's probably not. Your plot ideas are usually great. I'm sure it's fine. Brain is overwhelmed with hypes when I look at it, making formatting hard. Ah, yes. Hello, Stretch. Good to see you. Yeah, I signed the petition already, Siobhan, and I hope the rest of you please do as well. If you did not hear the news because you were on the daytime crew and not the nighttime crew, Siobhan was hit with a bot cyber attack the other night. Some asshole spamming transphobic slurs and racist slurs and threats. But the fool has outed himself, so if you guys know anybody who can do anything about that sort of business, let me know, or if you have any idea what legal options might be available to Siobhan. Oh, Maya Wrights was hit this morning by the same fool. Okay, alright. Oh well, well, in that case, if he's going to continue doing that, that might be criminal harassment. By the way, if this fuckface shows up here, just so you know, I will immediately be putting my chat on sub only because that's the only way to get rid of this guy. Because he uses follow bots and then has the follow bots spam this vitriol, right? So the plan is, here's my Discord server, gang. If I end up having to put it to sub-only chat, we will continue the conversation in my Discord, and I will respond to it there. Let me see what channel would be best. Right, and we'll continue talking about it on stream, and, asshole can continue throwing his spam bots all he wants. He obviously thinks he's, immune, and I think he's gonna find out the hard way, right? Because I'm pretty sure that criminal harassment and hate speech like that is an offense in Canada, and it might a criminal offense, and I think it might apply as a crime committed in Canada because Siobhan was broadcasting from Canada. Yeah, so if you know, you wouldn't mind looking into that there, like, I don't know. Anyway, Siobhan, talk to the BC Human Rights Tribunal and talk to the RCMP and see what they can do. Right, and yeah, because hey, thanks to Coffee, I now have this guy's email address and phone number as well as his name. So he made a terrible, terrible mistake by pissing me off. I really kind of want somebody to string up on a pole right now, so he will do just fine since he has volunteered. Yes. I'm just trying to decide what would be a good channel to have a conversation in. Well, go to the general channel and we'll start from there. I can always slap up a channel if need be. Oh yes, he certainly did. Should sign him up to a bunch of trans stuff. Yeah, trans mailing lists. And yeah, totally should. You're totally not wrong there. Yeah. But Siobhan got video evidence. She took screenshots. I got screenshots of the mod view as we were fighting the bastard, right? And he was stupid enough to put his Twitter account on it. So yeah. Anyway, this has been one thing in a very, very long and stressful week. But I'm excited. As you can see, we've released the first book trailer of A Few Good Elves. I intend to release another one if I get the time to do it, which is beginning to look questionable because I'm still not, you know, knowing where I'm moving to. On the bright side, with a silver lining, we have realized now that we are able to look into actually buying a place. We might be able to qualify for a small mortgage, and that's something we wouldn't have considered if we weren't quite so stressed out about finding a place to live. Yeah, hopefully Rowan, but I'm not sure, so at any rate, yeah, slow chat or even emoji chat, that's a good idea. Well, thanks, guys. But either way, we're not going to be able to buy before we have to move, right? So we may have to look for something in the meantime. And like I said, we may end up, God forbid, oh my God, I really don't want to do it, but, you know, living in the RV in my mother-in-law's yard. So, great. Yeah, he signed his Twitter account to his cyber attacks. So, this guy. Yeah, positive vibes would be really good right now. Thank you guys very much. Finally, somebody actually responded to me a little bit ago. And I told him, frankly, you know, so we're going to go look at the place, a rental place on Friday, right? And I said, but frankly, right now, I'll probably take it if it's not on fire. Yes, we've considered Swan Lake RV Park there, Rowan, but if we have to park in an RV anyway, we might as well be in the mother-in-law's yard. Especially since I have to stream 3 days a week. I'm actually wondering if that Twitter is a hate account set up by somebody else, says Stretch. Followers only chat wouldn't work, Eli, because he used a follow bot, and then all his follow bots that followed started spamming the stuff, right? So that's not going to work. But, yeah, emoji chat might work, or slow chat. I will try those before we go to sub-only chat. Yeah. See, I have to stream 3 days a week, especially with my book coming out. Aaron has to stream 3 days a week. We need to be near a place with, like, reliable cable internet. So, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, guys, I'm going to actually run off in the rest of this early sprint and get myself more coffee because, as usual, I was woken up after 4 hours of sleep. This has happened for 5 days in a row now, which is also part of the reason why I'm not on camera today. And so, therefore, caffeine is how I am functioning. And so, I will see you guys in just a second. You know, tell me what you're working on today. I'd really love to hear some happy news. So if you got happy news, like I'm so hype about my manuscript that I'm having trouble formatting it, that's good. That's good news, Eli. That cheers me right up. So yeah, share the good stuff that's going on in your lives, because I would really like to hear about things happening that are good. And I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Okay, so Daz said Stretch, that guy was threatening his own aunt and landlord on his Twitter. Yeah, the guy also posted a phone number and an email and for his anti-Semitic organization that fights Zionism. So there's got to be a way to trace you if you have a phone number people can call. Alright, so in good news, Ron says, Chris is evil and I've been stuck in Mel mode all week. That's cool. Oh, hey, guess what there, Rowan? I found the Anathlia Shandar poetry book. I found it. that's the sprint. Oh hell, I've left my, I'll be right back. I left my glasses in the other room. Hold on. James says, I'm downloading VODs. Wouldn't mind asking you questions on military stuff, but today is not a good day. Yeah, it sure is. You go right ahead. I'll get to them as I go in and out. That's fine. No problem, James. Gwen says, I'm still working on splitting my novel into episode-sized pieces and discovering things about my heroine I didn't know before. Nice. Yeah, Stretch said, yeah, this does sound like a hate account or someone seriously disturbed, like padded cell and straitjacket level. The problem is these guys are emboldened right now. This is actually fairly normalized behavior in the United States at the moment. Certain states are very invested in protecting the spewing of Nazis as free speech. He may be in such a state, I'm not sure. James might also be editing vids. That's cool. Eli has more good news for me. That's great. And then they're going to tell me, oh, I also got my short story for the LeVar Burton Reads contest to my editor, so maybe I have a better chance of winning. Good luck. Gwen's still waiting to hear from the publishing house that contacted her. Okay, did you contact the publishing house first? Right? Because if the publishing house contacted you first, immediately be suspicious. Right? It's probably a scam. Right? Or they're expecting you to pay part of the cost of publishing or something like that. And if they give you that, then, you know, don't go for it, because it's, that's a writer beware sort of thing. Yeah, I checked out that guy's Twitter too, Siobhan. He's more of a racist than he is anti-trans, but certainly that's part of it. You know, he's racist against Jewish people too. Yeah. You know, all the usual grab bag of shitty qualities there. Hello, Platinum Firebird. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Or did you change your name? Wait a minute. No, is that Claire again? Okay. Good news. I got 4K words done today on a piece I'm actually planning to sell. Sounds like Claire. Cool. Good. That's great. Yeah, agreed. Daz, the guy has a lot of personal stuff on that account as well as his spewing nonsense. So, the Right Idea says, I'm taking a day off of writing because I'm tired, but I'm working on my one-shot story collection. Cool, that's great. 2 down, 2 half done, 1 more to start. I'm hoping to release 6 separate short story collections eventually over a few months. It's great. Siobhan says, I'm not in the right headspace for writing or editing. I don't even feel the desire to edit my novel to publish it. Listen, Siobhan, okay, if you are going to let some asshole who calls you nasty names send you into tizzies of anxiety and depression every time they do that, you know, don't do that to yourself. Right? That's the back to work growl, but seriously, if I let myself get into a tizzy of depression and anxiety every time some scumbag called me a nasty name, right? Then I would never do anything, right? So don't do that to yourself. It's really not needed. Yeah. Yeah, total fruitcake, exactly. Is in California. Cool. Yeah, I submitted through their submission form. Yeah, the great wait. Exactly, author goddess. They're a legit publishing house, says Gwen, that pays royalties and doesn't ask for money from their author. Good. They got back to you. Well, then, excellent. Congratulations for getting a response to your submission, and I hope it is successful for you. That is excellent. Crossing my fingers. Thank you for the follow, whoever is following, which I can't really see. Oh, Order 11. Oh, hi. Didn't you already follow the other day? Oh, Platinum Firebird was burning Nightingale before. Okay, that's cool. All the goddesses, yeah. I finished my plot outline for the LeVar Burton short, but I hit the wall because I don't have my support telling me it isn't shit. Well, let's hear it. Gwen says they contacted me when their wait time was almost up, asking for more time for their editors to consider whether to accept it for publication. Yeah, it's still good news. Yeah, I understand being like shocked and upset there, Siobhan, but you know, and it's okay to have some like delayed grief about it too, but don't let them stop you. Or 11, who I asked about it, said just watch Free Guy, not bad. I actually expected it to be garbage. Cool. Other goddess says, wait, people get Desire to edit their work? It's always pulling eye teeth for me. Yeah, I want to see Free Guy too. It looked good. Oh, Turd Man even posted his landlord's email online in pics of printed emails because he's being evicted. Rowan, report that. That's doxing. If you see that tweet in front of you, report that to Twitter. Maybe we can get him banned off Twitter anyway. Ah, Gwen says, or since it's a historical novel, they insist on historical works being historically accurate, and so they may be fact checking. Hello, Barbarossa. Good to see you. Oh, nothing today. This is still the attack on Siobhan's account from last night, or 2 nights ago. Okay, I'm gonna do some work here, guys. I'll talk to you in a bit. And that's the sprint. All right, so Siobhan is going to go take a bath. That is probably a good idea. I'm sorry, right idea. My brain is barely concentrating on what it has to do at the moment. So I'm afraid I have no good ideas for you. I often find when I'm having trouble starting writing, change of location can work, change of music can help, or discussing the thing you're stuck on. So perhaps those are helpful. Siobhan said to Author Goddess, when I started, editing is what she's talking about, it was like pulling hen's teeth. Then I just didn't want to stop editing. You know, actually, I've developed kind of a love-hate relationship with editing myself. You know, you can really polish the diamond there, you know. But yeah, it's also tedious in many places. Scribe of, hello Scribe, good to see you. Scribe of Nakati says, it's finally raining where I'm at. I missed it so much. I hate dry, sunny days. It has been raining off and on for a couple of days now here, and that is very good news for dealing with all these fires and nonsense. So, yeah, so cool. Thank you for the posture checks and the hail hydrates there, Barbarossa. Hail hydrate. The right idea redeemed a shout out, which I agree with completely. Siobhan, the writer, a fantastic writer, friend, ally for the writing community, trans icon, walking Wikipedia and thesaurus extraordinaire. If you aren't already, I highly recommend following them on Twitch and catching them singing Alexander James Adams and reading their work in progress. Yes. And Siobhan is taking a bath to relax with the bath bomb. That's a good idea. Platinum Firebird says, opening a piece to edit and realizing you change back and forth between tenses like 3 times on all on the first page. Arg! Yeah, I tend to default to past tense because that is what I'm most used to writing in. So I do some weird things sometimes when I'm trying to write in present tense. And I find it very, I go back and I'm like, ugh. But if it makes you feel any better, my former English teacher, my high school English teacher, is part of a local critique group that I am also part of. And I am telling you, the man has no idea what tense is. His manuscripts are a disaster as far as tense goes, right? And often he doesn't even see it when you point it out to him, how many times he switches back and forth between tense. I find myself wondering how in the hell he managed to teach this in high school, because he doesn't understand it himself. So that may make you feel a little better to know that even English teachers struggle with tense. All right. James is opening Google Doc. Moonflower bursts into chat. Manchingo cheese grilling on sourdough bread. Yummy. But he used too much cheese. Sounds delicious. And then we have Author Goddess's outline here for her story. Thank you for saying I'm awesome, Barbarossa. Yeah, author blindness, exactly. Ah, okay. So here's the outline. Eat Up, it's called. Scene 1, Act 1. Right? Joe bemoans the state of his new restaurant. He moved to the new planet of friendly aliens for the opportunity to share the cuisines of Earth with them. What he found was a strange roadblock to having a normal menu set up. That's the get back to work growl. I guess I better get back to work. We'll read this after, but my suggestion for the ending, it sounds like I'll get into it after in more detail, AG, but it sounds to me like the resolution is either, it depends on whether or not you want a bittersweet ending or whether you want a totally, everything goes to fuck ending. Okay, if you want a bittersweet ending, the logical choice would be for him to leave as a permanent exile, believing that, realizing that things may improve in the future, right? If you want to maintain some hope, right? And maybe one person he really cares about comes with him because they're inspired by his devotion to his, to doing what's right. And if you want something that's a little more grimdark, then he decides to go, right? But the aliens decide they're no longer dealing with humans because clearly they're not evolved enough to deal with aliens yet, and they don't let him go. Like they pass laws saying, humans are not allowed. Yes, but is it a story worth writing? Yeah, I'd write it. Sounds good to me. I like how you're starting with the humble restaurant owner, right? That's often played as a comic relief trope in, we have things like, barkeeps and restaurant owners as sort of comic action places, like the restaurant at the end of the universe, or the Cross Time Saloon, places like that, right? But if taking a straight view on it and making a humble restaurant owner the hero is cool. I like that. I like that muchly. Oh, geez, you know what? And thank you, by the way, for sharing your plot idea with me there, AG, because I had thought, okay, I just don't have time to write anything for this contest, but I actually have something that is in my catalog, that I have not sold yet, that just might work for this. Maybe it's the right place. Nice. Barbarossa says, I have created a name of a country and I love it, the Twin Kingdoms of Litz and Ketterisk. Neat. And Moon helped. That's awesome. Yeah, deciding which tense is always a thing, Firebird, I hear ya. Present tense gives more immediacy but limits your point of view. Right? All right, have a good nap there, Moon. See you later, hun. Did I hear my name? I was overdoing dishes. Yes, I think this plot is worth writing. I like it. I like the fact that you're making the humble restaurant owner the hero of a, straight written and somewhat sad story, right? And yeah, I think it's cool. There's a lot of stuff that uses restaurant owners as comic relief action type stories, like the Cross Time Saloon or like the restaurant at the end of the universe in science fiction. So it's really nice that you're not doing that. Hey Bob, thank you very much for the subscription. 14 months. Holy crap. Have I actually been streaming that long? Bob, you're amazing. Thank you very much for your support. And it's good to see you. How are you today? And then I was saying, actually, Author Goddess, that I appreciate you sending your plot idea, because I was originally thinking I had nothing for this contest. I'm like, I just don't have time to write anything for this contest, right? So I'm not going to enter. But then I thought about your plot and I went, wait a minute. And then I reread the requirements here, the guidelines, and I've got something sitting in my back catalog, which I have not sold yet, which might be just the thing. Actually, Barbarossa, I haven't got a fucking clue about when the audiobook will be. For sure, it will be next year at this point, since it's almost September already, and it will take a couple of months to put out. If I'm lucky, it will be early next year, but if I'm not, it will be mid next year, I would say. That's a guess. I was in the mindset for the unofficial food challenge when I came up with it. Oh, hey, thanks for subscription there, Stretch. 11 months. Nice. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Yes. Oh, the goddess, you're right. No one talks about alien cultures crossing with human cuisine. She said she was in the mindset for the unofficial food challenge when she was writing it. That's great. Ooh, there is always the stinking erts. That's a place that she made up. So that's cool. Does anybody know what the word count limit on this is? This challenge? The LeVar Burton challenge? Oh, okay. Submission guidelines. There we go. Aw, man. They don't want any of us international writers participating. Well, fuck them then. It would even meet the word count requirement, the bastards. And that's the sprint. All right. Dedication for Guardian, eh? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I like doing dedications too. Books don't have to have dedications, but I always think it's nice. Bob's comment was funny. Author Goddess, when you mention crossing alien cultures, is that human cuisine isn't food humans eat or food made from humans? Neat. Yeah, that's hilarious. Cool, DM Stretch. A YouTuber he likes, Wally DM, has been nominated for an Emmy for his Journal of Puzzle Encounters book. That's great. Nominated in 3 different categories. Okay, James is writing a military unit article for an ironclad ship. One of the prompt questions is under equipment. What equipment does this formation use? Yep. Guns, weapons, armament, armor, possibly steam, like their engine, maybe. Safety equipment, right? Lifeboats, if any. If radio exists in your time, then maybe radio. Or, yeah, rust preventing paint, very important. Barbarossa, I can look at it, but I won't be showing it on screen. But I did see it yesterday, if it's the same map you showed in Aaron's stream. I happened to be there at the time. I thought it was beautiful. Yeah, definitely take a look at this map, guys, because this is really cool. This is a very, I like it. It immediately looks like a Age of Sail type map to me and draws my eye. It's fantastic. I like your islands. I like your structures of your bays and whatnot. It's excellent. You'll be adding rivers and lakes soon? That's cool. Oh, hello. 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 Yeah, that's the get back to work growl. I may not even get time to do showcases today. I am in and out doing things for the promotion of my book and also packing stuff in the background, so I'm not showing anything on screen. And yeah, Gwen's ahead of you, and so is James. Sorry. Timing was pretty good, actually. Just after I'd explained, so yeah, that's the deal. Sorry. My dog is fly hunting. That's hilarious. My cats fly hunt too there, Daz. And Claire says, that's okay. I understand. Book releases are a big deal, and I'm glad you can stream it all. It's not just that, it's that I have to move at the end of this month. I don't know if you've heard that yet, and I don't know where I'm moving to yet because everything is so topsy-turvy with the people like evacuated and stuff that the housing market here is brutal doesn't describe it. And you know, we've been looking since before the beginning of the month and still haven't found anything, and I'm beginning to panic, you know. It's not that we don't have the money, we've got it, just there's nothing available. And I'm trying to release my book at the same time. Ha ha ha. Yes, because our place is going to be condemned because it is no longer fit to live in, which I could have told them, but... And it has to do with the fact that my landlord passed away and his children inherited the place. So clearly they want to bulldoze it and subdivide, and they probably should, you know? I can't fault them for that. Yeah, I'm not that comfortable discussing finances on stream. It shouldn't. I'll say that, right? It's not like we don't have available funds. It's just a matter of finding the place, right? And Misa's done today. Daz needs to get the fly before the dog breaks something. Did I get a chance to investigate veteran loan options? Nope, I have not yet. Thanks for checking on me, Claire. To be honest, I'm not okay, right? I'm very frustrated and very stressed, and you know, the universe seems determined right now to pile more crap on me. Yeah. Right. Not yeah, not last night, but the night before, my stupid cat, as if I needed anything else to go wrong, did not come back in the night when she was called, and it was the homebody cat. We finally found her in the morning, stuck up a 100-foot fucking pine tree out the back slope behind our house, which heads down into a ravine. I can see why she didn't bloody well want to jump off the tree. I assume she must have run up there because something chased her. It was only luck that I found her at all, because she was stuck way high up there. We could not brace a ladder to climb it because the slope was too sandy and falling apart with everything being dry. Nothing wrong with the tree, right? Just the slope. The ground just crumbled beneath you, and it was a really, you know, it was a good slope. And there was like, you know, all kinds of weeds and stuff around it. We tried to brace a log, like a fallen sapling size tree, right? For her to climb down, but she wouldn't do it. Finally, I had to call a tree falling guy to come and rescue her, right? So, you know, like I needed more trouble, right? I'm just so, yeah, I'm just kind of done, you know? I'm just kind of done. Anyway, I'm sorry. I should be working. I will talk to you guys again in a minute. And that's the sprint, and I'm back. When it rains, it pours, I guess, says Misa. Apparently. How'd you guys do on the sprint, by the way? I haven't even asked you guys. I've been babbling away about my own issues. I'm sorry. The universe can be a duck sometimes. Yep. Although I think perhaps you meant to replace that D with an F, in which case I will agree with you. Dad says, back. Why is it the moment you grab a fly swatter, the flies disappear? Because they know. Okay? They know. We have bug assaults. There are these plastic guns that fire salt at flies to kill them. It makes killing flies a lot more fun because it's target practice. It's pretty cool, actually. And as soon as we grab the gun, they disappear too. I don't know what it is. It's great. Claire says, you're also really strong. I probably couldn't live through all that and be okay either. I was not okay this morning, so, you know, I'm not like invulnerable or anything, but I mean, what am I gonna do, right? Falling apart helps nothing and no one and accomplishes zero, right? I'm in the battlefield and, you know, whining about it isn't going to save me, so I got to fight, right? That's it. That's all there is. When your back's to the wire, you live or you die. That's how it is, right? I choose to live, so I fight. Besides, my life has been worse. Thanks, guys, about the availability to talk. Oh, Rowan, you're sweet. That Sable is indeed heroic. The fact that she's streaming today makes her amazing considering her life at the moment. So let's be kind and not give her any more stress. Well, thanks, guys. You guys don't give me a lot of stress. You really don't. I'm actually in part here because I need to connect with like good things and good people. So, and in part because I have to work and I might as well be streaming while I'm doing it. So. Oh, wonderful. Gwen says, great, my local sheriff's department has issued immediate evacuation for 2 communities just to the south of where I am. I may have to leave, and I have a flat tire. Okay, so number 1, get the flat tire fixed now. Do you have, like, AAA or AAA or whatever it is in the US? You're in the US, right? Because we have BCAA, which is the equivalent here, and they'll change a flat for you. I mean, you gotta pay, but, you know. Well, actually, you don't. If you already have the insurance, you don't have to. Right? Because it's covered. But, yeah, that's priority 1, get the tire fixed. And priority 2, throw all the shit in your car. You know the deal. Okay, James, see you in a bit. Fortunately, where I'm going, I'll have to pass the tire shop on the way. That's great. I'll just drive on the flat tire for half a mile till I get to the tire shop. That may mean having to repair your rims, which will be more expensive. Yeah, and I'd say get her done as soon as possible, like right now. Dad says, honestly, Sable, I won't develop stinking irrits. I don't want to intrude any deeper into the lore. That's fine. Alright, Gwen, good luck. That's a great spell there, Author Goddess. Thank you. I will steal that. That's the get back code growl. Ooh, shit, Gwen. Well, at least that answers the question of how we'll get notified. Got an alert on my cell phone first, then an emergency alert on our local radio station, followed by a phone call on my home phone. Get going. Good luck. Phone us or text us when you get where you're going. Mention something on the Discord. Let us know you're okay. Rowan's advice about how to deal with the stinking Eric's is a good one there, Daz. Yeah, it's not like, living with several people in 2 bedrooms and raiding gardens for food like back in the day. No, that was better than this situation, Rowan, but, Aaron being on the verge of death for a month, that was worse. I had less to lose back then. It was just me, and I was pretty much living out of a backpack anyway, so it didn't really matter, right? But the problem is now I have this book coming out, and I must be near a place with good internet if I am going to have any chance of succeeding at the publication, and I have made promises to my backers, so I cannot delay the publication, right? So the problem is I have to do it all at once. I can live out of my RV. I'm okay with that. It's just you can't run an internet-based business out of an RV. Not without satellite internet, which would have to be installed. Clara, I got no idea, hun. You're picking... if the chat wants to help with that, then that would be great, but my idea well is pretty dry at the moment because I just have too much stress to create anything new or original. Claire is looking for help for a 10-minute brainstorm. Dark elves are overdone, and I'm not bound by specific lore, but I need disposable mooks of a similar ilk called the Bane in this game, specifically underground. Okay, so if you're looking, are you looking for this in the context of a role-playing game or in the context of a story? If you're looking for it in the role-playing game, you've got goblins, kobolds, dark dwarves, dark gnomes, or deep gnomes, right? You could use, if you wanted to, put a twist on them, make them bad guys, right? If you want to introduce a Call of Cthulhu element, you could use, like, mutated fishmen or something. There's the aboleth. There's the aboleth's disposable mook slaves. There's, but I got nothing original. So... Barbarossa says, most badass thing I've read. Where the hell's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Okay. Most badass thing I've read: a small company of soldiers utilized a bunch of cookware from their barracks kitchen, spoons, forks, broken plates, and fired that into a crowd of people with a repurposed cannon. That sounds extremely painful. Yeah, that's, yeah, I get that. It was during a revolt in, I want to say, India or South Africa. One big ass blunderbuss then, says Stretch. Yep. Yep. Mind flares, evil myconids. Deep rat folk. Sapient slimes. Yeah, evil fungus people. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I thought I've been muted. I'm very sorry here. Okay. Claire said she might call them sundew folk if any sun were present of her plant people, right? Rowan said, what about an artificial sun, or calling them like cave dews? Eli says, at this moment, and subject to change, Guardian is 261 pages on Tahoma. Still need to make the dyslexic edition. I'm thinking I might need to do a dyslexic edition for an ebook of A Few Good Elves. It's a good idea. And hey, Order 11. Order 11's been working on a sci-fi story. The creative juices flow pretty well. I'm still world building. I think when I can iron out the world, I can get started on the plot. Thank you, Rowan, for letting people know I'm on and off mic. Right? And the premise is that there are races trapped on a prison planet. How did they get there? Order 11, were they stuck there? Were they prisoners? Why were they trapped there? That's an interesting question. Eli's like, I wondered why Sable was so quiet. Yeah, I can't shut up that long. We know that. It's off to a good start idea anyway. I assume the goal is to get off the planet. Okay, I'll be right back in just a second, guys. I'm gonna go grab a munchie, because now that the adrenaline has passed from this morning, I'm starving, so I'll be right back. I love cheese and pickle sandwiches, especially open-faced ones. On sourdough, that sounds amazing. Also chocolate. Screw all y'all, because I got food already. Haha. James, this is a good question. Question: the ship I am writing about has cannons. These are called 40 pounder guns, for example. What does that mean? The amount of pounds in weight or the pounds of powder it requires to fire? Neither. It means that is how much the cannonball weighs. It's a caliber rating for a cannon. Stretch says that's siege cannon size, I believe, talking about 40 pounder. Yes, but also ships of the line, men of war and the like, typically have at least a few 40 pounder or 30 pounder cannons. So there's not as many of them as there are of the smaller cannons, but there's usually a few. To be fair, I mean, it's still a siege cannon. Ship walls are thick wood, oak, and it takes a lot of kinetic force to break them. So. Oh, hey there, Poetry Machine. Welcome and thanks for the follow. This is kind of an unusual stream for me today. I'm usually visually on stream, but not today. Alright, that's the sprint. Okay. Oh, yeah, can relate, Moon. I hate it when Twitch goes, oh, you just got out of an ad? How about we give you another ad? Yep. Eli says, I had a yerba mate instead of coffee this morning, and I'm happy to report it worked for focus juice with 100% less headache. Excellent! That's great! I was concerned for you when I found out that you could not have coffee anymore. Order 11 says, I thought of naming the story after a main character like J.K. Rowling did with Harry Potter, but then I can't kill off that character if the story warrants it. Yeah, that's true. And as Eli says, that's a big cannonball. Yeah, it's a big cannonball, right? Yeah, I've had that happen too there, James. Or they give you an ad and think about giving you the stream, but then give you the same ad, and then they give you the stream. Yeah, that's freaking annoying. Because it's not loading properly. That is annoying as hell. Yeah, I don't know when I was muted, so I don't remember whether or not you guys heard my comments about siege cannons. Stretch says, well, since I've started drinking coffee now, rather late in life to develop it, but hey, I suppose you're a Brit. I bought myself a little treat today, a cafetiere and a bag of Taylor's of Harrogate Italian ground coffee. Time for a taste test, I think. Yeah, I agree with Eli. Taylor's makes really good tea. I haven't tried their coffee. Let me know. I'm kind of a coffee snob and I'd like to know. I'm not sure what size cannon they have at my Ren Fair, says Eli, but I'm guessing 10 pounds tops. Yeah, probably a 10 pounder or a 5 pounder. That would be the most likely. Yeah. They're loud. And yes, we've already been told in the IS that we cannot have mention systems and manuscripts. And I think the reason for that was because, in part, it's manuscripts exist to publish things so they look professional on the internet. I think that was part of the logic. I don't remember for sure. Moon is working on Sajida Epsilon's first book, Eye of Eden. Nice. Hey, here's the Audible ad, and here it is again. You appear to love it. No, just no, says James. You know, it'd be nice if I get an Audible ad. Right? Nothing filled me with more rage than that stupid cleaning product ad bullshit that it kept sending me over and over and over. You know, which I think is totally a demographics prejudice. And why the hell do they send the women all the fucking cleaning product ads? You know, honestly, every person I live with, all of whom are male, are much better at cleaning things than I am. So, yeah, I wish the block link would work for stats, would work in manuscripts. I'd love to create a bestiary of my homebrew characters. Yeah, they did promise they were going to make some changes to manuscripts that were going to be important for people who wanted to do RPG products. So I'm sure there's something coming up. that will address that there, Stretch, but I just don't know when it's planned for. Not this year, I'd imagine, since they've got a roadmap, and I don't see that on there necessarily. Unless it was part of their overall improvements to manuscript stage, which I think is in a few months. In general. Let's get back to work, Rob. Yeah, I don't get Audible ads. Right, Rowan says, I keep getting ads for TELUS security. Makes me wonder if they realize I hate people. I don't get any ads for TELUS security either. I get BC-oriented, you know, anti-vaping and drug safety ads. Here's the Audible ad, and yes, I've disliked the video. That's great, James. James says, tea rooms are a dying business here in the UK. The only places you will find them is in places where there is a large population of senior citizens. Here, we have, sort of tea bars. You know, they're very hipster places with different types of herbal teas and, you know, funky colors usually, and stylish chairs and things. Moon says, I have like 7 series I've planned out, I just realized. It's kind of awkward because I will probably not finish any of them for years and years and years. And Rowan adds, I blame Aaron. Yeah, for my drug safety ads that I keep getting. Yeah, you know, I'm not a, you know, like, the most severe stuff I've done is mushrooms, and that not often. And you know, I don't even smoke pot. It does nothing for me. So, you know, once every 3 months or so, I go through a phase where for 3 nights in a row, I will have a cider with dinner or before I go to bed. And generally the other half of the 6-pack sits there for another 3 months, right? I'm just not, I've got nothing against them, you know, but it's not my thing. Nothing like getting halfway through format and realizing, oh fuck, I forgot to justify the pros. Ah! Future me, clip that. Me talking about my extensive quote-unquote drug experiences. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting back to work. Know about you, like me, disliking a vid, yeah, or liking a vid, yeah. Rowan says, I microdose edibles for my fibro and occasionally have an adult beverage while doing online socializing. Yeah. Moon says, I almost wish I could try some pot or alcohol, but one medication I have is potentially dangerous interactions with pot, and another one can increase your blood alcohol content to levels much higher than is normal for the amount of alcohol you've ingested. So, like, I could take one shot and be like, I took 3. Yeah, best to stay away from that stuff then. Eli says, I toked a few times today for my anxiety, but I don't do it for fun or anything. It's for sleep or anxiety, otherwise it doesn't do much for me. You know, if you do it for fun, I don't judge you. It's legal in Canada. Have at it. You're a grown up, you're allowed. Feel free, right? You know, it's a much less dangerous drug than a lot of the other legal drugs out there, right? When did you last hear somebody token up a joint and then, you know, beating up their kids? It doesn't happen. They might toke a joint and go buy all the chips at frickin' 7-Eleven. You know, it's harmless. Have at it. It doesn't hurt you. It can be good for you. It's very good for a lot of things. Anxiety, depression, you know, epilepsy, bowel trouble. It's good for lots of things, right? No judgment on my part, just not my thing, right? Yeah, like Rowan says, pot habits lead to bong making, nothing else. It's a gateway for building things. Yeah. Yeah, useful, not fun is fine too, for sure. Yeah, pot does help anxiety for a lot of people. So, yep, fair enough. Rowan says, we used to use pot tea to treat mastitis in the cows when I was growing up. Yeah, worked better than conventional treatments. Moon said, I'm only against pot if it's in a public area. I don't care if you do it, just don't do it where you can affect asthmatics or people on certain medications. That's my opinion. If you don't want to hurt anyone else while doing it, you do all you want. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, you know, consideration is important. Um, but I'll point out that pot actually has been used historically to treat asthma. Just correcting that, you know, bit of info there. My sister's asthma is aggravated by it. I don't know. She probably has an allergy. When people have an allergy, it will aggravate their asthma too. Yeah. But it has been used to treat asthma. So, Good night, James. Sleep well. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow. Lappin' for life. And that's the sprint. That'll be the last sprint for today. All right, let's see the chat here for the last 5 minutes or so. A lot of talk about how to go about attempting to try pot for the first time. Stretch got distracted by Minecraft. Now he's going to go make that coffee. It's hilarious. Rowan says he lives in a Minecraft hole. I swear. I noticed, says Daz. Yep. Moon said, I think I'm going to start up my server, and then said, nah, too much effort. Eli says, I've consumed many cheese and some pickles, also a slice of bread. Good job. Way to go for eating progress. Moon says, Shop at the Tome, July 2021 has been officially closed, by the way. If someone needs it reopened, message me. I know someone said they wanted to buy something, but I can't really tell if it's been bought yet. Just remember, Sable, that sprint timers could be packing timers. Yeah, fair enough. I'm doing about a 2-hour stretch at a time and then taking a break with little things in between, depending on what else is going on. I'm starting on the books now. The books is about 90% of what we're going to need to pack. Dad says, I'm thinking of changing my Game of Thrones mini to a biker dino person. That's hilarious. Moon says, anyone want to join in on a relaxed style roleplay? Would, but gotta get on some paperwork, says Rowan. Because I just remembered about an RP I wanted to start up. Also, Sable, Star Wars tonight. I'm honestly not sure. I will let you guys know on the Discord. Hopefully I can get a nap prior. That would be helpful. Alright, so let's see who else is on here. Or who is about to be on. On the 31 days, 31 stories calendar, let's see. We have the Real Salties, Michelle Wright Meow, and L Aragon I, or I Aragon I. Must pack the books. Yep, must pack the books. Honestly, I could probably live safely in an RV were it not for the damn books and my need for a bathtub. And good internet. So 3 things. If I could solve those problems, if I could get an RV with a bathtub. The books, though, I don't know. I've got this amazing collection of vintage occult books that I would be very reluctant to give up. Oh, hello! Welcome, Dandelion Queen, and thank you very much for the raid. You've kind of caught me at the end here, I'm afraid, but I'm glad to see you. And thanks for checking me out. I don't know if you've ever been to the channel before. I'll shout you out. I assume you were doing some writing and went to look for some other writers. And I like your handle, by the way. It's very cool. Hello. Yes, nice to meet you. It says it's the first time chat. Normally, I am on screen during the stream. I do writing streams Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, starting at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC, 8 p.m. in the UK, which I think is 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning, Australian Eastern Time. My hubby Aaron does a writing stream on this channel on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll ignore the growl. I'm going to go to the end screen so I can keep talking, I think. But yeah. Okay, yeah, Aaron does one at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UTC, 10 p.m. in the UK, which is 7 o'clock in the morning, Australian Eastern Time. And then on Tuesdays and Fridays, Aaron does Ask an Old GM, also starting at 2 p.m. Pacific, and on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. UTC, 2 p.m. in the UK, and a reasonable hour, 11 o'clock in the morning on Monday on Australian Eastern Time. We do a Pathfinder role-playing game playcast that takes place in one of the universes that I write, the Toysoldier saga. I got a book coming out in that series on the 7th. It's called A Few Good Elves. Why don't I run that ad for you quickly before we go? It's only a minute, but check it out. I just released the trailer yesterday. Thanks for all the encouragement on that, guys. Oh, thank you for the compliment on the theme music. There's a place, I'll recommend it to you guys. It's called Royalty Free Zone. I will type it out. They're just kind of getting started. They have a Bandcamp page. They sell the commercial rights for using their work for $5 for a song. So totally worth it. I've been using them pretty much exclusively for this campaign. All right, so I think perhaps we'll raid Michelle. So when you get there, don't forget to yell, prepare to be boarded, because we are the Sable's Privateers. Michelle Writes Meow is also doing the 31 Days, 31 Stories challenge. She's really nice, and I really like her nice chill stream, so check her out. Thank you guys very much for joining me today. I will see you again tomorrow for Diane Actually Writes, and hopefully tomorrow will be a brighter day. I hope you have a great time zone, everybody. A pleasure to meet you, Dandelion Queen. Thank you very much for the raid. Thank you also to Kahuna the Elder for your raid at the beginning of the stream. And thanks to everyone who is here. It's been fun. I'm quite cheered up now. I'll see you guys tomorrow.